Hello everyone. In this video lecture, I'm going to explain about the second program of Data Structure Laboratory. The program is about design, develop and implement a program in C for the following operations on strings. First of all, read a main string, pattern string and replace string. So str, pat and replace are the names I'm going to use for the respective strings. Then I'm going to perform pattern matching operation. How am I going to do that? Find and replace all occurrences of pattern in str main string. Str is nothing but main string with replace. That is, I'm going to search for a pattern in a string, main string, and if I find, then I'm going to replace the pattern characters by replacement string. If a pattern exists in a str. Suppose if I don't find a pattern in a string, then what I'm going to do? I'm going to inform the user saying that pattern does not exist in the str. So main job here is to search for a pattern. If a pattern is occurs or if a pattern appears in the string, then replace it with the replacement string and report suitable messages in case pattern does not exist in the str. Support the program with functions for each of the above operation. Don't use built-in functions. Let's see how exactly pattern matching is going to work. Pattern matching and replacement is going to work. First of all, I have to read string, main string, okay, then pattern, and after that replacement string, and then I'm going to declare an answer array where I'm going to store the resultant string. These are the characters I'm going to replace. Bird. Wherever if I find man in the main string, that is man is here. If I find here, and that henceforth, that is from man, all the characters are replaced by bird. So if suppose the pattern is less than the replacement character, then I'm going to add an extra character and I'm going to place the shift the rest of the characters next. Okay, now let's see how exactly it is going to work. I am going to start from the first character of this. So you see I start from here and I'm going to match with the first character of what pattern A and M. There is no match. If suppose I will place this character as it is in the answer string. Okay, so the answer strings are pointed by a J character, that is the subscript. Next I will match N with M. So since there is no match here, I'll check N with M from the first character of pattern. Okay, here also no match. So then what I'm going to do? I'm going to place it here. I'm going to store this character as it is in the answer string. Similarly, I'll check with the G with them. No match. No match has been found. First character only, no match. If the first character doesn't match, then there is no point in matching the remaining characters. So G and M doesn't match. So place G. Next R is matched with the first character of the pattern. So no match has begun. So that means R has to be stored as it is. So okay. Next Y is matched with M. No match. So place Y. After that space is matched with them. No match. So place it as it is. Next we get M and this time M matches with M. Okay. If M matches with them, then we can shift this index to the next. Okay. M matches with them. M is matched with then A is matched with A. Next N is matched with N. So there is then when do I come to know that pattern as over? That is by getting the null. Once you get the null character, that means pattern is successfully found. If a pattern is successfully found, then what is your replacement character? That is bird. Bird is replaced from the man character. That is from M. M onwards, B. A is replaced by I, N is replaced by R, then extra one character I'm going to use. So D also will be placed. After that, whatever the character next, if there is present, that will be shifted to the next position. So once here the replacement is done for all the characters and for all the characters reading in the main string is done, you need to append null at here in this position, in the last position, because you know that all the string has to end with a null. So this is about the pattern matching and replacement technique, and the same thing we need to be followed in the program. So next we'll see a program. Would hash include stdio.h, which is necessary for including like printf or scanf functions, and then character str, pattern, replacement, answer string are to hold the, these are the character rate to hold the main string, pattern string, replacement string and answer string, and necessary variables I have declared and kept. And flag equal to 0 also I have used. Flag is here to it's like an indicator for me to identify whether it is pattern is found or not. Right now flag equal to 0 means pattern is not yet found. It is yet to be found, and once the pattern is found, I'm going to initialize flag is with 1. That changes I'm going to make in the program. I will start the function name, function that is void string match. Here string match function going to do the job of pattern matching with the in the main string. If a pattern matching is if a pattern is found in the main string, then the replacement character will be replaced on those strings. Okay. So that's why I have initialized initially I equal to m, m equal to c equal to j equal to 0. That means I and c, j are initialized with 0 initially. Okay. And why c and m? It is the index for the main string. C normally holds the uh, uh, first character. If the first character is matched, okay, that first match character's position will be held by C, and the remaining, once the first match is done, the remaining that is including the first match till you get the matching till you get the matching pattern in the main string, that is dealt by a m index. Index is nothing, just a position. Okay. And after that I is a index for the pattern string, j is a index for answer string. So here suppose your string, if I have taken main string, if I have taken Canara, then what is my job? I have to go on match for the trying to find the occurrences of a pattern until I get null. You can see here until I get null, you have to go on matching for the occurrences of, so till here I should go. So that's why I'm going to use the, I'm going to match the character by character. That's why I'm using a while str of c not equal to null. So this will loop through all the characters that are present in the null. Next, once the pattern or string is found, that is, if suppose the first match is successful, then I have to increment I and m so that you can check for the next match. Okay. So once all the matching of pattern is done in the main string, that means you are going to get a null. So if you get a pattern of I equal to null, that means it's here it says that you have found the occurrence of pattern. In that case, what you have to do, if a pattern is found, see here, this is what I explained initially. Flag should be initialized with 1. It says that at least one occurrence of pattern is found in the main string. Okay. And what next I have to do? Once I have found the pattern in the main string, those character has to be replaced by a replacement characters. So that's why I'm going to replace here answer of j equal to replace of k. So those characters, that is the pattern characters, and if there are extra, that gets appended. Next, once I finished copying the replacement string in the answer string, what I should do? I should again make I as 0, because I should be again start matching the pattern from the beginning of character, from the beginning. That's why I should be initialized as 0, and C should be initialized as 1, M. Why C should be in? C was set to the first match character. So once all matching characters are found, again that means no more matching those characters in the main string. That's why C need to be updated. Okay, and then you can do the further search pattern for the pattern again, if in case if it is exist. Okay, this if also ends. That is this if once if this if ends, uh, then we have else part also. What's the necessity of else part? Else is if every time mismatch happened, then what we have to do? Every time if a mismatch happens, that string that is present in the main string need to be copied to answer string. Okay, so that's why we are incrementing J and C, because once after copying that, next position you have to keep ready the next position. That's why J++ and C++. And M equal to C also need to be done, so that matching has to start from the Cth character. Okay, that is from the position of C character. That's why M equal to C, and I is 0. As I told, again you should start matching from the first character of the pattern. That's why I equal to 0. So else part ends. Once the else part ends, end of while also done. Which end of while is? That is that while str of C equal to null. Suppose all matching you have finished, then the end of while can execute it. Okay, that means whatever we had to do with the main string we had done. We have, if whether you have found the occurrences or not, that is over. And once the else part is done, jump to the while state for the next null, if not null. If suppose that while goes null, that means it's a end of the main string. No more searching for the pattern. So once you finish searching for the pattern in the main string, and your answer string needs to be appended with null. That's why just answer of J equal to null. And after that you can end string match. Okay, this is the end of the string match. Here I have written the function. Next job is to, just by written, this is my user defined function. If I write this function, it is not sufficient. To make this work, I need to include in function. Let's see how to include string match in the main function. First of all, I should call void main function, and then I have to enter the main string. That's why I'm going to use getStr. This is going to read the main string. Similarly, I am going to read pattern string and replacement string. Then I'm going to call a string match function. What is happening in the string? How I'll come to know that whether the pattern is found or not? Because this string matching is not returning anything. So how we'll come to know? Because of the flag variable. Flag variable is 1. It means that pattern is found. So the resultant string is what? That is stored in the answer string. So answer string gets replaced by a percentages character. Suppose the flag itself, you have not found any of the, you have not found the pattern at all. In that case, you're going to tell that user pattern is not found. Of main, close the main with the bracket. Let's see the output. How to compile? I'm going to compile here in this way. So come CC, or you can use, instead of CC, you can use GCC. Pattern.c, it's a program name. That pattern program, whatever I have written, is named as pattern.c. And -o pat. What is this -o? So output I'm going to store in the pattern. If the pattern.c compiles successfully without any error, then the output gets stored in the pat. And I'll run like this ./a.out. Suppose if you do not want to use this portion, still it is going to compile. But the thing is, in that case, the compiler will store the output in a.out file. In that case, the second step has to be ./a.out. Since you have specified minus opat, I can that means output has stored in the dot slash pat, stored in the pat. So I can run it like dot slash pat. After that, it will ask me to enter a main string. I will enter angry man. Then will ask me to enter a pattern string. Because of the gets pat, this I will enter man, and that gets stored in the pattern character array. Similarly, I will read bird as soon as it asks me to enter a replace string. Next, the resultant string is what? Man is found in the main string. Man gets replaced by a word. So it is not only replacing the 3 characters, but addition also gets added. Addition, extra characters, if it is present in the replacement, that is also gets added. This is about pattern matching and replacement.